All right. First time doing this type of React content to something that I found online. Uh, it's probably obvious. I am not a live streamer. Doing any kind of live content kind of scares me. So I'm going to stay in my kind of comfort zone and do pre-recorded stuff. But I'm coming out of my comfort zone a little just by doing this type of reaction content. And I mean, it means I'm growing. Hopefully, it's a good thing. Hopefully, I'm getting better at something. We'll see how this goes. And then maybe I'll like it and maybe I'll do more of it. You guys can tell me if you like this video or not. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Aya. I make little videos on the internet and I'm a bit of a Jill of many trades. I'm interested in a lot of things and that's generally what I make videos about. This is my first time doing a video like this. I'll probably do some things wrong. Be nice. And I know I am extremely late to this. I'm extremely busy. I've been wanting to make this video since June. Things kept getting in the way. I am probably the last person who's going to cover this, the last person to talk about it, but I'm just going to think about it in terms of that means I get the last word, and apparently that means I'm right. I tell myself this because I'm probably going to be the last to talk about anything, and it makes me feel better. This also means people get reminded of something that happened 2 whole months ago, and I think that's good for everyone's attention span. So if you spend any amount of time online, especially over this past summer, you probably already know there's this 25-year-old kick streamer, OnlyFans model, degenerate prankster instigator named Natalie Reynolds. My video isn't really about her, so I'm just going to call her Natters, because it's quicker and it fits better. She was participating in this big organized scavenger hunt. I don't know how many people were involved, but it was a big thing. And she had a group of other guys with her, other kick streamers. So they were recording the whole thing on multiple cameras. And because they needed a scavenger hunt item from under a bridge where they had to get to it by water, they went to this place that rents kayaks. And while there, Natters convinced a mentally vulnerable older woman to jump in the water. And the lady couldn't swim. She could float, but she couldn't swim. It turned into a whole bigger situation with employees calling emergency services to get the lady out of the water, and Natters and her little posse of men, if you can call them that, stood around laughing, freaking out, and then they ran off to go continue the scavenger hunt elsewhere. So a bit of background, I don't really want to go over it, but it sets you up to understand like the context of what happened with these people. So I've seen multiple videos about how Natters goes around to public places in like really skimpy outfits, making people purposefully uncomfortable, doing inappropriate things around kids, finding socially awkward people and just embarrassing them. It's tough to watch. I can't stand it. I can't stand her stuff. I don't like how she treats people. Of course, some of it might be fake, but I don't think all of it is, if any. And I'm just going to say my piece from what I've seen. She uses people she doesn't even know, for clout, for views, for attention, usually with a couple of her little camera dudes in tow to help prompt reactions out of people and be her filming assistants. And she gets really extreme in some of her stuff. Like, it's uncomfortable to watch. But luckily, another streamer, someone who doesn't seem like the scum of the earth, Gunnar Klein, he watched hours of her streams and went through and found all of the little relevant moments and talked about it at length. So I'm going to use his stream from Gunnar TV to talk about my thoughts. I hope he doesn't mind. If this video disappears, then he probably minds. And I'm sorry. It was also his birthday when he covered this, so if he ever happens to watch this, happy belated birthday, and you have weird masochistic celebration habits. Which worked out well for me. Editing Aya here. For transparency, I ended up editing a bunch of this video on my birthday, so now I can't talk shit. Okay. This is Inception of the Streamers. I'm not going to play much of her video, or Gunnar's video, rather. just enough to get the important moments, because I actually want to talk about a much broader idea. I was a lifeguard for 10 years. I'm still certified, but I'm not really in it anymore. I got out, I'm not going back. And I've taught courses about responding to emergencies, potential emergencies, at various levels. I've pulled fully grown adults out of the water. If they can't get out on their own, yes, I do that with help because I'm 5'1". And a quarter. The quarter matters at this height. I've been the annoying person at the beach telling people to stop doing stupid shit because they're going to get themselves or someone else hurt. I didn't think I'd be reacting to anything on the internet this soon, but this happens to be an area I know a lot about. I've also been a hypnotist for over a decade, and surprisingly, some details of this whole scenario relate to that as well. So everyone was dragging her and her little orbiting friend group online, as they should, but my perspective, my approach to this is, how can we use this case to benefit others? My focus is, how can we help people? And I think it's by taking motivation from it to figure out what to do in these types of situations and why they're actually so dangerous. Because as awful as I think these people are, nothing about this situation surprises me. And I'm not going to defend her or her little minions, but I am going to make some points that should make everyone really think about this situation, think about what happened. Because I also see reactions to this content, like advice and people saying what they should have done, that also concern me. So let's get into Gunner's stream about Natters' stream and see if we can learn something from what happened. Okay, the point I'm going to start off at is Natters asks this older woman if she wants to go swimming and skinny dipping.
If I win, I'm giving away all the money to everyone that's consistently watching the streams and joins my Discord and follows my kick. I'm giving away. Do you want to jump in together?
Do you want to?
Yeah, do you want to have a play date?
You want to jump in with me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do it with you.
I'd rather go skinny dipping with you if I'm being honest.
Yeah, let's do it.
Really?
Yeah. You want to?
You want a skinny dip?
Yeah. Are you really going to do it? I'll do it.
Oh, yeah. I'll
do
see.
it with me.
Yeah, you want a skinny dip?
Yeah.
Deadass?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Come on.
Yes.
So this is how it starts. If you're familiar with this incident, you've seen it 100 times. I can't tell what the older lady says to get Natters' attention, but I've seen a lot of people saying that it was the older woman who suggested swimming first, so that's a strong possibility. Doesn't justify anything that's about to happen, but a good reminder that just because someone suggests something doesn't mean they should be doing it. Next up, Natters says she'll pay the woman $20 if she jumps in.
I'm trying to find this RFID scanner.
Where?
And I have to kayak. Ice Poseidon told me you swim in the water. You should jump in the water right now. Just start swimming and you'll find it. Would you do that?
What?
You should jump in the water to find it for me.
Well, why don't you jump in with me?
I'll give you $20.
$20?
Yeah, that's a W.
No, come
That's
on,
a good deal.
jump in with me.
$20.
Hot.
Yeah, so you go in.
No, you gotta go in.
You
with
go
me.
in. You try to find the
You
scanner.
said you're gonna jump in with me.
I'll jump in after you.
What?
So now we add financial coercion to the situation. And I know from Gunner's stream later on that she doesn't even have $20 on her. So it's not even real financial coercion. It's fake financial coercion. It's scamming her, which is somehow so much worse. She is lying to this woman, just blatantly, flat out lying. And it is clear that this lady is confused. So even without any red flags yet that she can't swim or that she might have trouble around the water, there's something not right here. She has no idea what this young streamer is talking about. So it should already be obvious that you need to prioritize clear communication in this interaction. Then Natters finally recognizes that something is off in this interaction. She knows something's wrong.
Do it together.
Are you drunk?
If you do it, you said you were going to. Come on. Let's do it. I dare you.
See, so she can identify, all right? If you're in this situation, you can identify that something is wrong with this lady. Something. She's either drunk, she's mentally unwell, whatever.
Okay, recognition. First red flag is noticed. Something is off. For whatever reason, this woman is not mentally all there. The reason doesn't matter. If you have any sense about how dangerous deep water can be, you would stop this weird, playful, kind of goading interaction right away. You would want this lady as far away from the water as possible. I've talked extremely drunk people away from the water's edge. It is a time for the best manipulation tactics you've got, because if this lady can't swim, and if she couldn't float, picture that water as liquid death. This lady should not be anywhere near deep water, and yet they both keep going with it. This is ignorance. This is what ignorance of the dangers of deep water gets you. But this is also one of the things that doesn't surprise me. And this is where I kind of have to excuse the ignorance a little bit from the lady and Natters. Because many people who can and can't swim with their full mental faculties in tow will not recognize the danger here. If I'm holding Natters to the same standard as any random person wandering around on the planet, I can't be too mad at her about this. I've seen it too many times from too many people, including good people. Like, Natalie is not an outlier here. Neither is the lady. Like, she knows she can't swim, but she's still hanging out around the water and eventually goes in because some random person told her she could. Nobody looks good here. The older lady just might have more of an excuse. This is ignorance, but it's common ignorance. Everyone in this situation is displaying it. Lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, lack of awareness. I can't fault Natters more than anybody else when I've seen this so often. But the next clip is the opposite. Natters tries to gaslight the lady into thinking she suggested skinny dipping and make her feel bad about it.
Her goal right now is to actually trick her to jump in by herself. Not only encourage her to jump in, which you shouldn't do, but also trick her to jump in.
You jump in and I'll jump in right after you.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
You will not.
Yes, I will.
Take off your clothes then.
You want me to take off my
Yeah,
fucking...
yeah.
You want to see me naked?
Yeah, I sure do.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, I'm not.
What the fuck?
You're gorgeous.
I'm 17.
Oh my God. Well, you're too young for me.
I know,
then,
I'm
aren't you?
17.
Well, that's too young, but hey.
And then the classic Natalie hilarious joke. It's just fucking with the lady.
I don't know. I
You
don't
s-
say we're going to do anything. We're just jumping in naked.
I know,
you
but
said.
you said you want to see me with my clothes off.
Well, you told me that you were going to jump in with me.
I know, but I don't know what's going on. I'm really
I
scared.
don't either.
Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah. She wants to go skinny dipping.
I'll do it if she does it.
Like, good on this lady for calling her out and standing up to her and saying, you said this. You were the one who brought this up. You were the one who wanted to go skinny dipping. But just as an aside to all the lifeguarding stuff, this behavior enrages me. It just drives me up the walls. When people lie like this and turn something they said or did onto somebody else and then play the victim. Natters making this lady feel guilty by saying she's underage and scared. Oh my God. This is cruel. This is disgusting. Of all the shitty things this grown-ass woman does, this behavior is what gets under my skin the most. Guilt tripping with lies, total gaslighting, mental manipulation, which I have a big problem with as a hypnotist. This is one of those details that made this whole incident a little more relevant to me. I tried to put myself in Natalie's shoes in case this was a maturity thing, because I'm always worried I'm being too judgy. Because she's 25, I'm a lot older than her, and maybe my perspective is just based on the privilege of my old age and wisdom, but I don't think this is an age thing. I have close friends, lifeguarding friends, who are younger than her. At her age, I was a lifeguard. At 25, I had already saved multiple people's lives, which always feels weird to talk about. I don't really like talking about it. It always feels like I'm bragging, but it's just facts. And I can't imagine acting like this at any age. She's just awful. There is no excuse for this. I gotta give props to this Gunnar guy for going through hours of her streams. Dude has more patience than I do, and I'm a goddamn meditation teacher. Okay, let's keep going. Natters asks her to look for the scanner. The lady asks, what if she drowns?
Rock, paper, scissors. If you go first, can you look for the scanner?
Scanner.
There's a scanner that you need to look for in the water.
Really?
Yeah.
What if I drown?
Then
I haven't been in the water. What is
you
that?
said you want to jump in.
I do kind of want to jump in.
This is a really important moment. The question, what if I drown, should be the biggest fucking red flag here. It is a huge indicator that either the lady can't swim well, or there's something else going on that affects her safety in the water. Because no matter what happens after this, she has basically told you it's unsafe for her. Back to my work as a hypnotherapist, she's treating Natters as an authority figure. She is looking to her for answers and permission. She's demonstrating that Natters has power over her, which becomes really relevant in the next clip. Natters says she's scuba certified. The woman asks if she'll get in trouble. Natters says no.
Oh,
And I'm scuba. I'm
on.
scuba certified. You should jump in.
All right.
And I think if you jump in, you'll be able to find the scanner.
You should jump in. I'm scuba certified.
Scanner?
Yeah, there's a scanner that's in the water over here. That's why I'm here.
Okay, and I can jump in and not gonna get in trouble. Right?
No.
I can jump in. I'm not going to get in trouble, right? She says no.
No. All right. You know why I wasn't going to?
And that's the main line. Like, that's the biggest one. I can jump in and I'm not going to get in trouble, right? No. No, you're not going to get in trouble. I know nothing. We just showed up to this place to rent fucking kayaks. You could jump in.
It's okay, you won't get in trouble, I'm scuba certified. This is building trust as an authority figure, which the lady was already showing signs of treating Natters as one. This was the main part that caught my attention as a hypnotherapist, because as soon as you give someone a reason to trust your authority, especially someone in a vulnerable mental state, they are more likely to listen to you. This might actually be the clincher for why the woman jumps in. Because Natters establishes and plays up authority with her. She convinces her that it's okay. It's so clear. It's so direct. Watching this back again, it's also clear why this event in particular got under my skin so much. Got a lot of personal and professional ties here. Things that personally and professionally piss me off. And the lady jumps in. And they walk away.
No. All right. You know why I wasn't
And then
going
classic pretend to push her in.
Because my feet were getting
You should
hot.
just jump in right now.
But I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready? Oh! Wait, what the fuck? Did you see her ass? What? Oh,
You said it was okay.
You said you wanted to swim.
You told me.
Wait,
The lady who can't swim jumps in. Again, not surprised. Plenty of people who shouldn't be anywhere near the water are around the water and they make bad decisions, like this. And Natters just walks away. And her camera guy.
I don't even...
what immediately happens is those lifeguard people who also, like, they're not even lifeguards. They're just people that own this rental service over here. And, like, probably are watching the dock with, like, these owners of whatever pavilion this is or whatever. They run over immediately because they're like, oh, yeah, this is, like, a woman who hangs out here and isn't well. But, like, we're not fucking police. We can't just, like, escort her off. We just make sure she's not jumping in. But Natalie just fucking made her jump in, so they immediately run over. Like, what the fuck, you know? What are you doing? All right, now...
What was that?
Now, whatever Natalie's defense for later is, let's watch her reaction to this whole situation, because it is disgusting shit.
I'm not sure at all.
Are you guys renting equipment from
I thought she was like working here or something.
Oh, did you?
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. I thought she was working here. That's the first one. First response. I thought she was working here. Sure you did, Natalie. Sure you did.
Who the fuck was that? Did you see her ass when she jumped in? Did you see her ass? Oh, that's so funny. You fucked up. I really don't care.
All these responses are immediately no regret. To be fair, I'm always saying to be fair. They don't know that she's drowning yet. They don't know that she can't swim yet. But she walked away immediately.
I don't even know what's going on. Oh shit, did I fuck up?
Sure, coerce someone to jump in the water, and then when they do, just turn around and leave right away. Can you imagine how that lady's feeling right now? Like, not even taking into account swimming ability or danger or risk or fear. Even if that lady could swim, how the fuck can you act like this? How can you treat people like this? Just use them and then abandon them when you're done. But anyway, next major point. Here's where I've seen well-meaning online advice that worries me. So I've seen a lot of people saying that Natalie should have gone in and rescued her, brought her back to the dock, brought her to shore, that her camera guys should have gone in and gotten her out of the water, that this whole group should have gone in for a wet water rescue and gotten the lady out of the water. Gone in, given them something, pulled her to shore. Lots of different advice floating around. There's a chance that would have worked out. There's a chance that everything would have been fine if they did go in and rescue her and get her out of the water. But that is also incredibly dangerous. That is not good advice to be giving. As soon as this lady enters the water, she becomes a potential danger to anyone who tries to rescue her, including experienced professionals. This is not just about the lady anymore. Natters and her camera guy have created a situation that is dangerous for anyone who tries to help. There's a threat to other members of the public now. And little 100-pound untrained Natters going in to rescue her would be incredibly dangerous. And I know a lot of people probably don't care because Natters and her camera douches were the ones who caused this entire thing in the first place, so there's not a lot of sympathy there if they go in to rescue her and they drown. But she can't fix it now. Being scuba certified, having your first aid, knowing CPR, all of those things are great, but they're not the same as being trained in physical contact water rescues. In scuba training, you learn some of them, which I've also done, but it's not nearly as in-depth. And frankly, after watching Natters' response here, I don't think the training compares at all. It is clearly not the same. But for anyone who's confused, let's talk about why this situation is so dangerous. You know how you don't constantly pull muscles or break your own bones or break other things as you're going about your day? Part of that is a built-in mechanism in the brain that stops you from exerting your full strength. You have an exertion threshold to keep you from hurting yourself by being too strong. You don't use the absolute maximum of your muscular potential in daily life. Sorry, gym bros, it's not even close. But that self-control mechanism turns off when you feel your life is in danger. People who are drowning can be incredibly strong if they panic. And they often panic. Kids can drown adults. Skinny people can drown muscular people. At this point, no inexperienced people should be going in to directly rescue this lady, because she could pull them under if she starts to drown. She's floating now, but she could start drowning at any time if anything makes her panic. This whole situation became dangerous for anyone who tries to intervene because of Natters. The jump in was the last possible point of direct physical intervention by untrained people. The only way to win is not to play. Once she's in the water, it is the job of trained professionals to get her out by contact rescue. But, and I can hear all of my fellow lifeguards yelling at the screen right now, there are things you can do in a situation like this that don't involve going in for a contact rescue. You want to test yourself? Pause this video and write down all your ideas before I continue. Okay, so the first thing you can obviously do is get help. It might be yelling for help. It might be sending someone else to go find help. It might be calling 911 yourself. But if you don't know what to do, find someone who does. Time is important. If you think someone might be in a life-threatening situation, don't wait to get help. You want someone there or on their way in case things get worse. It seems like the employees at this place acted pretty quick and called emergency services, so a fire truck showed up really fast. That's great. Now, I don't like how people can get punished by businesses, organizations, certifying bodies for sharing official training materials without permission. So I'm going to be really careful and only talk about publicly available information that anyone could find on the internet. So to be clear, I'm not training you, the viewer. I'm not giving you complete information or certifying you in anything. Look these things up and learn more on your own. But I'm going to list the safest types of rescues, non-contact rescues, that could have helped in a situation like this. Most important thing is you keep yourself safe while you're helping. I'm not saying they're a sure thing. Things can always go wrong. Sometimes they can even make things worse and you have to adapt. But knowing these types of rescues could have helped them get the lady out of the water in a few minutes. Especially if she actually started to drown before emergency services could get there. Like, everyone in this situation is lucky that woman can float. And if she couldn't, and this is the most important part of my video, because these are solutions where if you find yourself in this situation, hopefully you're not causing it in the first place, but if you find yourself in a situation where someone's life is in danger, where someone is drowning, like the worst case scenarios, this is the kind of information that can help you, that is important for people to know. So first up, talk rescue. Tell the person to point their toes and kick their feet. Talk them through how to swim. It doesn't matter if they're slow as long as they're going in the right direction. 2, throw rescue. Find something that floats and throw it to them. Better if it's not something that can hurt the person when you throw it, but weigh your options. 3, reach rescue. This is the riskiest one. There are a lot of tips around how to do it safely, but basically you find something long, hold one end, and throw the other end to the person. Time is crucial here if the person is floating away. Might be a rope, a tree branch, a pole, might be a random piece of equipment that you find somewhere. Lay on the ground at an angle so that the person can't just pull you straight in. And even better if you've got a second person there to help hold you steady. Talk, throw, reach are the safest types of rescues, but there's even more tips, there's more ways to improvise and make it more likely that you can safely rescue a person without putting yourself in danger or much danger. And for all of these, don't touch the person or let the person touch you until they've got a grip on something solid. Otherwise, they could pull you in and now you've got multiple people in trouble. There's tons more info, more details to keep you safe. I haven't covered everything, so I recommend learning more. Go become a lifeguard. But instead of doing any of these things that could have helped, or asking people how they could help, or looking up on their phones how they could help, they just stand around laughing and freaking out.
Still in the water. She's floating away. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on. They're saying I killed her. I don't know. I thought she was drunk and wanted to have fun. I don't know.
If she dies, that's kind of
no.
you.
I'm gonna kill myself.
These people are so detached from the situation happening, like right in front of them. Like I can't imagine this mindset of just being glued to your phone, looking at chat messages and not looking at the thing you just caused and like looking over to see, is she good? There's like some people over there, like you caused it. You want to go double check?
While she's floating away.
And they laugh.
Oh no, dude, this is really bad. Wait, no, we can't leave.
You better go save her.
We have a.
I'm scuba certified.
Then do some shit.
Of course, now we're spending time trying to help someone out of the fucking water when we have to leave.
Oh, you got better things to do, bitch? You got better things to do? Of course, we're talking about helping. Oh, of course we're spending time talking about helping. You're not doing shit. You're not helping shit. What are you talking about? You caused the situation. You ain't helping anybody.
Tell her you'll give her money if she comes up.
I said
Hey, give her some money.
I don't have any cash.
Just scam her. Tell her.
And you never had money the whole time? Scammer. Oh, God, these little fucking fuck buddies, too. Oh, just scam her. She already did. She already did scam her. The whole time, she gave her $20. She didn't even have it.
That's even more fucked up.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's happening.
Like I said, they've already shown they're just horrible people on more than this occasion. Natalie at least calls the boys out for saying to scam the woman after all of this. She does seem to care the most out of all of them, but she's also the most responsible out of all of them. And it's not saying much since she already scammed the woman, but she does seem to care more than the others. In some way, she apparently has better morals than her minions. That's something. Maybe some guilt is kicking in. But even if they did care, even if they did want to help, once the lady was in the water, it might have gone down exactly the same way. There are plenty of good people who have found themselves in these kinds of situations and not known what to do, responded badly. Even well-meaning people often lose their critical thinking skills and their ability to adapt in a stressful situation, especially if they have no training. Which is why talking about these things and practicing responses is so important. When your brain shuts off, you rely on automatic trained responses. You don't need to take an official course, but they do help. I don't mean to shill for the Lifesaving Society, but it's better than what most YouTubers are shilling anyway, so go to the Lifesaving Society or whatever organization governs lifeguarding courses in your country. Go to the website and have a look at the courses, the different options, the different levels. Different countries have different lifeguarding organizations, but some of them are very similar. And you don't have to become a professional lifeguard after you complete these courses. You're not signing away years of your life to doing mandatory water rescues. You can do them just for fun and for your own personal improvement. This is one of those things where society in general could be better, could be safer, could be more skilled if more people took an interest in this. Do it for the fitness challenges. Do it for fun with a friend. Do it to try something new and add a skill. Do it so you're not frozen like these people in a situation where you could have helped. You can look up information on your own, but these courses let you practice and get feedback. Practice may not make you perfect, but it makes you a hell of a lot better. If you're willing and able, I would recommend everyone do these courses. Literally everyone. Especially if you spend a lot of time around the water, you will understand your own strengths and limitations so much better. Then the lady calls out to them and they continue to stand around because they don't care or know what to do, and then they run off.
She said she's stuck.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, Natalie.
Oh, I do know this is actually really bad. Why is she here in the first place?
Oh my God, turn the fuck around. Turn the fuck around. Act like you care about somebody for 1 second. They never turn over to show her, but you can hear her. It sounds like she's not drowning, but she is stuck in the water on something or whatever. Oh my God, dude.
Can you go convince her to come back?
I can't swim. I can only float.
Oh, she might literally die.
No, stop. Seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out. No, please. Please, don't. No, she's floating.
Drowning.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. She says she's drowning.
Normal adjusted human reaction to that information. Oh my God. And this little fucker with this little goofy ass smile on his face too.
We leave.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, this is bad. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, I didn't know. She said she's
Someone's in trouble. Let's all leave. Let's all get out of here. Roll squad.
drowning. She says she's drowning.
I think you literally just murdered a lady.
No, I didn't. I swear.
Now she'll go on later to say that this reaction was when people are in states of panic, laughing is a coping mechanism, which I find to just be the most preposterous lie you could use for this situation, because like we can see everything. Like it's not some people laugh when fucked up shit happens as like a way to like, you're not even sure if it's real for a second kind of thing. Her laughing is almost from the entire beginning to the end to show that she's making fun of this woman and she thinks this whole thing is hilarious.
No, I didn't. Let's go.
As they're laughing, leaving. As they're laughing, running away.
She's drowning in the lake.
And like saying that, like none of that's like laughing, like I'm scared, you know, kind of thing. It's like I'm scared for my career laughter. If anything, if any laughter coping, it's I'm scared I'm gonna get called out for this.
Dude, I can't help her. They told me to leave. They told me to leave, guys. They told me I can't.
They told her to walk out from the dock. They didn't say you have to leave. They said walk away. We'll take care of it. You should still stick around and show a little concern. They didn't tell you to like fucking dip. They said like, oh, like we'll get her. You know, like, oh, you fucking convinced the lady that hangs out here to jump in. Like you shouldn't have done that. Get away. You're gonna make things worse.
The lady calls out to them saying that she's stuck and she can't swim, only float. And Natters and her little Natterettes just freak out and run off, which might as well. They weren't helping anyway, but it is still so frustrating to watch. They had so much opportunity to do something, to show remorse, to show they cared. Nope. I don't think they're genuinely scared for the woman. I think she would have to be drowning, actually drowning, dying right in front of them before they'd even start to feel the guilt they should be feeling right now. They don't even understand the danger of the situation they've caused. Someone else could have died going in to rescue this woman. That is the height of the risk here. That is the worst case scenario that could have happened. And because they don't recognize that danger, they have even less excuse not to help her. This isn't out of some self-preservation instinct where they're scared she's going to pull them under. They don't even get it. So why are they not helping? Because they don't care. Talk about your ignorance telling on your apathy. Like I said, everyone in this situation is lucky that woman can float. Everybody learn from this. Don't take this chance. Don't tell someone to go in the water if you don't know their swimming ability. And especially don't coerce them in any way. And if you're not a strong swimmer, but you think it's fine to put yourself in these types of situations, which I have also seen a lot, stop it. Take this lesson seriously. Lessons all around for everyone. Because it took everyone here to create this situation. Everyone acted like an idiot and no one knew what to do. And if you're tempted to still be only mad at Natters and forget about her Natterettes, this is what the boys have to say after this.
I didn't know she was mentally ill. She's gonna jump in the water.
I'm just gonna
and
say,
if she's mentally ill, why is she standing on a dock in the first place?
thank God that me, Sweater, and Sam were all standing far away from that. We took a W right there.
We're not gonna be the.
Like, isn't that crazy too? Like, kind of funny in retrospect, but at the same time, like, these fuckers too don't care. Like, oh yeah, we took a W by not being there. You guys also left, like, immediately. You know?
Just pathetic. All of them. I can understand the sentiment, the relief of not feeling obligated to help when you don't know how or when it might put you in danger. Like, that's legitimate. But these people don't even know if the woman's okay yet. And they caused it. This wasn't just them being bystanders and feeling awkward or feeling unsure about what to do. They caused this situation and then ran away, and they're relieved they didn't have to do anything to sort out the mess they created. How much of a coward do you have to be to respond like this to something you did? And their main concern is entirely selfish. Because here we have the last clip I'm going to show of them. Them talking about how this looks, how this could affect them.
Yeah,
I wish
I think
you
I'm
would.
gonna just drop you off at the hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
This is bad PR. I don't need this.
This is bad. This
I
might
don't
be
say
on.
the N-word.
This could be on Dexerto.
But that wasn't my intention, though.
Do you see how these fuckers think? Do you see how these fuckers think? It is crazy that their thought process is. It is wild. And that's like the line that shows it. Like, it's bad PR. This could be on Dexerto. Not Dexerto. Holy shit, Dexerto? Oh, God. We could be ruined.
These people should be embarrassed and ashamed of themselves. Not because they didn't know what to do, but because they didn't care enough to even try. They didn't care about the people they were affecting. They created a dangerous situation and then ran off laughing. Don't trust these people with anything. Online content supply and demand needs some serious reevaluation, individuals and companies. If you put people in danger for your content, or you can't recognize when you're putting people in danger for your content, you shouldn't be allowed to be a content creator. It's that simple. Ban her and all of her little minions who didn't give a fuck about a woman they put in a life-threatening situation. If you can't be trusted to keep the public safe around you while filming, stop filming. If I ever make a mistake anywhere close to this, I don't know how I'd respond. I might not handle it well, but at least I'd know I care. Gunnar covered the stream she did the next day, like a non-apology video where she talks about a whole bunch of different things, and there's a lot more to that video too. But she says she hates people. Well, Natters, why did you take time out of your day to go and talk to this woman and convince her to jump in? You weren't obligated to talk to this woman or any of the people you use in your videos. Leave her alone. If you hate people, leave them alone. Stop bothering them, putting them in danger, and then playing the victim. You're not the victim. There are so many people like this online right now, and I don't know what to do about them. I don't even want to talk about them. The only reason I did with this is because it relates to a lot of different things that I've been involved in. But this is feeling pretty cathartic right now, so maybe I do like covering this. So to sum up, in case my point got obscured by all this rambling, I can get mad at their actions for causing this situation and their lack of remorse afterwards, but a lot of good people have been in similar situations and not known what to do. And a lot of well-intentioned advice being thrown around is not actually the best course of action. It's actually dangerous. Untrained people like this should not be going in to rescue people, even if they're at fault. It puts you in danger, it could make things worse, and then you've got a bigger situation that more people are going to come and try to help, and it's not always going to end well. Keep yourself safe and do what you can from there. Yes, it's hard to make that decision, but sometimes that is the best decision to make. Hopefully my perspective has given you a reason to look into this, to learn more, to practice. If one person watches my video and decides to do a little bit of water rescue research or lifeguard training, I consider that a win. Any random person can save someone's life if they're in the right place at the right time and know what to do. I just happened to be in a few life-threatening situations in my early 20s before I had any training, before I knew at all what I was doing. And I just happened to make the right decisions quickly under pressure. It's a big factor in why I sought out training and courses, because I wanted to get better. I wanted to feel more confident if things like that happened again. One small piece of information can be life-changing. And in this situation, in this case, if that woman had started drowning, it would have been. So anyway, that's my first reaction video. I'm sure it was a bit rough for everyone. I'm sure I made some mistakes, but if you like this kind of content, let me know. I wasn't planning on making any, but this was kind of fun. We'll see. And I'm sure there's things I missed. Put those in the comments too. And actually, I might do a video about training or becoming a lifeguard. So if you have questions about that, put those in the comments too. Huge thanks to GunnarTV for going through and watching these streams and showing step by step what happened. It saved me a lot of time. I probably wouldn't have been able to make this video without that. So thank you. That was incredibly helpful. To end off, here's Natters' attitude from the next day and Gunnar's summary, which is probably the best I've seen.
And I'm not apologizing for having a full-grown woman up, and they jumped into the water at their own free will. It's not like I freaking kicked her and beat the shit out of her and pushed her in the water. I was just joking around. People fucking It's just stupid. It's just so stupid.
Just joking around. Said it's okay to jump in. Said I'll give you $20. Said I'm scuba certified. Then ran away. All while she admits she thought she was drunk or not mentally well.
Thanks for watching this video. Like it if you like it, and share it if you think it contained some useful information. I might make more videos that you like, so you should subscribe just in case. Bye.